Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another live stream where things may or may not be working. Can you hear me? Does it all look okay? Does it all sound okay? I've got to do a audio check here in just a second, but first I need to verify that everything else is working properly. Am I centered up in the camera? Things are very different here now. The orb doesn't work anymore. I actually don't know what's wrong with the orb. I checked the power, and the orb might have just died. You might have noticed... Well, I guess I need to do a sound check, don't I? Hold on just a second. The orb doesn't work anymore. Yeah, there we go. The orb, if we switch over to... Will this button work? Yeah. The orb used to change colors. It used to cycle through colors, and then going into the reds, it started having some issues. So I just set it to blue, and now it doesn't come on anymore. So the 5 below orb... Great for pondering, not in the long term, though. Big issue, big issue. You might have noticed, we're ultra-wide now. I decided to test out an ultra-wide monitor, and I've got a couple of weeks to decide whether or not I like it, whether or not it's improved immersion and my gaming experience, and if not, I can send it back. But so far, I've been liking it. Now, you might be wondering why we're starting the stream so much later today than normal. It's just about 1 o'clock for me locally, and typically we try to start earlier, 10 or 11 a.m., The game kept crashing, and this has been a problem I've had all week, because I have played a little bit. We're back here in Old Lumiere, which is, I guess we'll just stay here and continue on. But what I was going to say is, I have explored the world a little bit. We don't have a recap like we did at the top of the last stream, but starting last week, I started having this issue where the game would crash every 10 to 15 minutes when I was just running around kind of fighting guys and exploring the different nooks and crannies of the map. And I don't know why. I never really actually determined what the issue was. I changed a bunch of things. The last thing I changed was I just disabled the Steam overlay, which should always be the first thing you try, but it didn't occur to me to try it, because generally, if a game runs well and then suddenly stops running, I'll attribute it to something else other than the Steam overlay suddenly not working. But I've had the game running now for... got to be over an hour, and we've had 0 crashes. So it was important to me because I feel like we're heading towards more emotional bits. We're hitting more of the story bits here soon. I really did not want to start a stream and be in the middle of something emotional and driving and then be kicked out of the game because it crashed, you know? and possibly have to redo something. So I just bailed is what I did, and hopefully... you know, we're not going to have that issue, but we should be live. I wasn't sure whether or not Kick would support ultra-wide. It does, but I had to fiddle around with the settings quite a bit, get a very particular resolution selected. Same with Twitch, although from what I can tell here, it appears to be working. Hopefully they're all getting the correct audio source. I'm waiting on Gilliam to pop in and let me know. To be working. Hopefully they're all getting... that sounds correct to me. YouTube, of course, you can feed YouTube anything. You know, if I wanted to feed YouTube a triangle-shaped video, it would probably accept that. But before we continue with the story, I did want to let you folks know, I kind of said I would go back and try to do that thing where you climb the stack of trash to get the swimsuit. I did it. I didn't expect that the swimsuit would be for Minoko, alright? And, what a swimsuit it is, let me tell you. I will not be running around with that on, or with the flower in the hair. I mean, look, unless someone in the chat really wants this look, that's fine. But I have been keeping Minoko in the party so that I can kind of learn more about him. So we've not had Lune in our party. I've been fighting without a healer. It's not been great. But also, I realized that... I know, we just need to play the game. I realize. But I found out that if you defeat the random guys in the overworld, oftentimes, the special ones, because there's some that respawn, but the ones that don't, the reward is an upgraded version of your weapons. Or they will upgrade your weapons, so you don't have to go to a campfire and spend your special upgrade things. They'll just upgrade it past level 10, which is really cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Nice. And now we will play the game, okay? Now we will actually go about playing the video game right where we left off last time in Old Lumiere. The game's running swell. Everything's looking fine. I tell you what, it definitely does feel fill more of my field of view with the ultra wide. It makes sense. You have 2 eyes side by side. That is your vision, right? It is short and wide. is rather narrow, so it makes sense. Hello, can we not run anymore? Ooh, okay. Oh! Right, we're already ultra-wide, so we're not going to pinch in at the start of a cutscene, which means we might not have a clue in that a cutscene's about to happen anymore.
The heart is in the center of the city. All right? Show off a bit, Manoko.
Just admit you can't do it yourself.
Okay, so that's why we have him in the party. I've been trying to keep him around also so that when I fight guys, he'll unlock new abilities and whatnot. Wait, did something go terribly wrong just now? I thought he did exactly what he came here to do, knock the building down. Were we not braced for it? Did we not stand far enough back?
Manoko! Why the hell did you...
Sorry, I fucked up. I just wanted to show off.
The others should be fine. Verso said the heart is in the center of Old Lumiere, right? Right. Okay, Manoko. Stop crying. We have to
Wait
move.
a minute, do I have to have a party with these three? Is that what's happening right now?
Yes, sorry.
What a wonderful way to, like, if you've only been playing primarily with Gustav / Verso and Mael, it's like, hey, here's the other three. You better figure them out. And we have been playing a lot with Manoko, so I know what to do there. A little bit less comfortable with Sael. Still not quite sure how to play her. And you're right, Fanto, in the chat. Manoko does get a nice life preserver. And in a game that is about preserving life, saving your friends and all that, I think you might be onto something there. I think it might be time to put on a life preserver, and you know what, we'll put on a flower as well. This is not going to be weird at all during cutscenes. This is not going to be in any way strange or distracting. He's already a peculiar beast, so it won't even matter. I don't even know if I need to rest at the flag. I can't remember if I've rested recently. It looks like I did. Let me have a moment to have a look at everybody's attributes, particularly Sael's, okay? I did go through here and attribute most of the attributes in between streams while I was exploring the overworld. So I gotta say, the echo is different now. In this room, the way that sound bounces back, the monitor is slightly curved. And it is causing my echo to come back in a different way. When you've sat in the same spot, recording videos for literally thousands of hours of your life over the last decade, little things like that you notice, and I'm noticing it right now. But we do have some more to attribute here. Someone got to level 33 in between streams. I think it was Mael, and the game made a big deal about that, which makes sense. All right, we're not upgrading that anymore. We're going to focus our boy here on the things that truly matter. Well, actually, I mean, I don't know. Agility, have him play more often would be useful. So we're going to go ahead and do that. His character's pretty interesting. I think that as he unlocks more abilities, he'll become even more sort of useful and versatile. And I've already sort of seen myself during some combat encounters between streams, like doing the thing where you think ahead, like, ooh, when I do this, I'll be 3 turns ahead, and then I can do this move. Ooh, but I've got to do this. Every character in this game has such a very distinctly different meta, and I love it. Because you don't get that a lot in video games. Like, you get a lot of video games where everyone has different abilities, sure, but everyone's abilities in this game all have a different mechanic, a different gimmick to them that makes each of them play like almost a different game. It's fantastic. This game is fantastic. I don't know if I've said that yet. I don't know if I've conveyed that thought process, but it's 100% true. So let's go ahead and do that with her. And then learn skills. I'm not sure if we have a lot to spend on skills at the moment. So he doesn't learn them, right? Well, he does, but he learns them from combat encounters. I've actually not gone through all the ones that he's learned so far, and we're not going to worry about that right now. That would take like hours, potentially. He's got a life preserver, that's what matters. She's got 12. Again, we'll come back. We'll worry about that later once we're a little bit more comfortable with her.
I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
My brother, it's okay.
It's okay, Manoko. Let's move on, shall we?
I do wonder what happened to Mael and Verso, like, how exactly did they get separated from us as a result of a building falling? Are they not just buried under rubble dead somewhere? Oh great, we're starting with you. Fantastic. The one character I've spent the least amount of time with. We've had her a lot longer than we have had Minoko, and yet I know Minoko infinitely better by now. That's fine. We'll figure this out. Let's see where we want to start. Well, first off, obviously, we want to apply one of these bad boys. And then we're going to move on to him. Now, the problem with him, and I've actually added some things that boost his AP at the... You can't see... You can barely see the AP through his bell. If the bell wasn't bobbing up and down, I would not be able to see what his AP is right now. Unfortunately, he always starts in the red card, right? So he starts balanced on the wheel. And the one balanced boosted ability we've got requires 7. So what is a boy to do? What I've been doing, right? Because here's the thing. You can use any of these abilities. They don't have to be lined up with what's on the wheel. But I want to use the Chalier combo, which is how I'm presuming you pronounce that. Assuming even. So what I've been doing is just opening up by bonking someone over the head. Just a solid bonk. Right? Less than ideal. I've not had Lune in the party for a while. We really kind of messed her up a little bit from a damage dealing perspective by giving 6 of her abilities. Like, half of them are now dedicated to healing. On the other half, she really just can't use very well out of the gate. That's on me, because we were just using her as a, like an assistant effectively for the party, providing aid and whatnot. But we're going to get through this encounter. It's fine. Well, that was pretty cool. I liked that. The good news is, only one character has died so far, which is great. That points to great things to come. An excellent portent of things to come, one might say. Considering this is just like 2 basic enemies, you know, that we're probably going to face 1,000 of. Great, it's just Lune now. But that's also fine. She's going to go kick her in the face with an explosive kick and not finish her off. So listen, we might be off to a bit of a rough start with this party. We might be off to a little... You know, it happens between every stream. Your fingers get rusty, you know. You don't dodge, and you don't block, and you don't parry the way you used to.
Friends,
that's okay.
I beg your forgiveness for...
Don't apologize again, Minoko. It's all right, man. It's all right. Let's just open up here a little bit better. Now, we had the opportunity there to correct Lune's loadout, to give her some more attack abilities. Maybe, you know, scale back the amount of heals and reses and everything. We didn't. We've decided to just charge forward here boldly. Doesn't one of these apply mark? Let's do marking card. It's not going to apply as much foretell, but it's going to mark them. So that when we follow up here with this basic attack, it'll deal quite a bit more damage. And we might actually have an opportunity to knock this one out of the park. Is fire the weakness there, it looked like? Okay, come on, hit me. I did not hit the correct ability on the second one. Well, at least no one died that time. Well, no, I take it back. No, Sael is dead. Should we res her? It kind of feels like there's not much of a point. Wait, hold on. We have an ability for that. That's just... It's so expensive. It's so expensive. I suppose we'll go ahead and just use a regular old item then on that front. Bring her back to life. There you are. Don't even worry about it. We've already got some foretell applied here. Apply a little bit more. Put some more foretell on there. It's fine. Get a mark.
Watch out, Minoko.
Minoko is now dead. Well, take advantage of that mark. Oh no, Minoko's not dead. Lune is dead. Our healer is dead. Well, we can at least use our combo now. And it was beautiful. Perfectly executed, flawless. We've one of our the Battleum level 10. That's exciting. Is that a new weapon or is that an upgrade? I thought we were just facing basic enemies there. I don't know why they would drop such a fabulous weapon. What direction do we want to go in? Is that the flowing white hair of a very large being in the distance? That appears to be what that is. And they're carrying along an orb of darkness? A black hole? Let's not go that way. Or actually, well, it depends on what direction progresses the plot, because we don't want to go towards the plot, for sure. And this looks like it's going to take us off the beaten path. We'll go this way for now, and if this happens to be the plot, I can come back in the future.
How did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
Listen, now is probably not a good time. There's only one of them. And rather than use one of our healing tints, or whatever, in between our elixirs... Oh, no, there's 3 of them. I was going to say I've got a brilliant idea. We'll heal during the combat encounter. But mayhaps we've made a poor decision. That's okay. It's fine. Which one of these looks the most threatening? These 2 have their swords down like they're kind of chill. And this one's got an icy sword held upright, and I feel like they need to go first. So we'll open up with an attack on them. And then, yeah, just, hold on. Lune is really close to death. Sael is really close to death. Oh. There's just no shot of you being able to do revitalization at the start of this round. Alright, go ahead and do Healing Light on yourself then. We probably should just use the potion. No!
I'm ready.
So... things aren't looking great, but we're not going to count things out just yet, alright? Let's have a quick read-through of what we got. First off, if we do this, we definitely finish this thing off. In fact, we overdid it. Like, we did too much there. Well, it certainly doesn't look like I've been playing, does it? So how are you all doing in the chat? Y'all having a great time? How's health? Are we right back where we were before? We're going to go ahead and heal the party. We're going to go ahead and heal the party, and we're going to go this way and just see what awaits us down this little hallway. I'm kind of curious to go look in the black hole anyway. I want to see the giant woman carrying around a black hole. That seems intriguing to me. Sounds like there's a mystery to be solved, okay? First strike. Can we finish them off before the end of this round? Applies rushed. Ooh. Actually, yeah, open with that.
Let's speed things up.
Give everybody rush. Let's see what that does for us. It doesn't look like it's going to do much. But time will tell. Okay. So like I said, we could use any of these abilities. That'll spin the thing around 6 times. 5, 6. I kind of like my usual move of just being patient. You know what I mean? I wish he dealt more damage out the gate, though, is the only issue.
Elements converge.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I was ready! I was actually ready! Look at us go! Improvements!
Attention.
So I hit the wrong button that time, even though it was the exact same attack. It's fine. Everything's fine. Apply some foretell to this one because they're further away from dying. You might actually get to, like, harvest that foretell at some point. Except, I think we might actually hit them with this because it's a big attack, and it might actually finish them off. Yeah, probably a poor choice on my part. You know what? We're not going to use your turn to attack. We're going to use your turn to heal yourself. So we're not wasting any more potions between this fight and the next. That ability is a little bit on the weak side. So I was expecting that to be the same ability from before, and it was just not, and that's okay. Apply more foretell. No. Why don't you also, so we're not wasting time or any of our like potions or things between rounds, just go ahead and heal yourself. Yeah, that does so much more using one of those as opposed to using the healing skill. We probably have a better healing skill we could unlock at some point, or even right now already. Alright, what are we on right now? We're on the green, so that's going to require 4. We're just shy of being able to do that. Deals medium ice damage, 4 hits, high break damage, and if you have the heavy mask, it does increase damage. But low physical damage, and you play a second turn. even though we don't have the correct position on the board for it, might be worth playing. What happens if you do it twice? Do you get a third turn? I would assume not. I assume you wouldn't be able to just constantly do it, and I was correct on that front. I think we can kick her in the face and end this fight. Yeah, there we go. Thank heavens. If we had lost to these guys, I would have been just absolutely embarrassed beyond belief at this point. All right, giant woman. That it still appears to be what that is, with a black hole. To what end, I'm not sure. Wait, does this just end here? What was all this ever was a new weapon?
Wow.
Okay, well, he's been using the same weapon since we found him. So, like, what does this one do for us? So, start, battle, and balanced mask. That's how we've been doing the fight. But now we've got this one. It's a level 10. So, double the damage between level 9 and level 10. They're two different weapons, though, obviously. But this one right here, parries increase the bestial wheel by 1. Taking damage resets the bestial wheel. There are some clever ways you could play with that. If you wanted to adjust the wheel in between rounds by just intentionally getting hit. It would really mess you up, though, if you were where you wanted to be and you either didn't do a parry or you did do a parry. Upgraded skills deal 30% more damage, so that's fun. Balanced Mask applies powerful for 3 turns. I think that there's going to be some utility in that, but I think just the increase to damage overall is going to be worth grabbing for right now, and also makes me want to have a look at his loadout here, because it just mentioned that you can upgrade your abilities, and I didn't realize with him that you could upgrade abilities. I guess you unlock through a combat encounter. So the more things we fight, the more abilities he unlocks, and I guess they can be upgraded. Can you upgrade anyone's abilities?
How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
We'll have to have that discussion later, Luna. I'm sorry. Because now we're back to these 3, and it didn't go well last time, so we've got to be careful here. Okay, we've got to really focus on the job at hand. Should we do focus? Or should we do rush, I should say? I'm going to say yeah. We're going to apply rush. You know, it worked out so well for us last time. Maybe... yeah, actually, I mean, it looks like we're going to now get Sael going in between with their attacks. So 2 of them are going to go, then Sael, then one of them. And I'm assuming that was different than the loadout before we did rush. I didn't look, like, I didn't check. We're starting with heavy now. So that's different. That's new with this weapon. Applies regen to all allies. Oh, that's caster mark. Hold on. How many of these? I've only got one. It's Stalact Punches. Deals medium ice damage, 4 hits, heavy break damage. That definitely seems like the way to go then. And then again, this one's got the blue sword. I'm just assuming it's the worst one. Oh, heck yeah. That's a much better opener. We've turned our guy into a tank here. We're actually getting somewhere now. Okay, and then I guess after that, we'll follow up with an elemental trick or nothing. We just do a basic attack, and then be prepared to do a better ability in the future when we have more AP. Okay, well, 1 out of 3 is not awful. Hey, 2 out of 3 is even better. And we now have the ability to, let's start with that one. I think it's the exact same thing we did last time, and it ended up being a mistake. So we're on heavy again, which is fun, because then we can do this again. And remember, if we match it to the wheel, which is behind me, I just realized, you can kind of see it up there. The one that is, like, right above, on the left side of the webcam, or the face cam, is the one that is currently selected. I don't know if that helps in any way. But that means we get increased damage with this. We'll be finishing this thing off right away. Yeah, no, this is like big damage here with this fella. Okay, and now we have the opportunity to revitalize and top off everyone's health.
Everybody, let's go!
Let's go! And we're ready for whatever this is. Folks! Folks, we're back in action here! We are the Looney Tunes back in action! We got the moves back down. It just took a little practice out the gate here. Alright? What can we do? How do we draw? So that will heal, Sealed Fates. There's not really a whole lot we do that'll consume the, like this consumes Foretell to heal. The next ability that we don't have enough AP for conceals them to deal 200% more damage. What is Bad Omen? Just do Bad Omen. It's probably enough to defeat this thing. Yeah. That looked pretty cool. I'll give it that. Nice work. What's under here? Can we go under here? I don't think this is where we're supposed to be going. I was going to say, this looks like where you might find a mine. We haven't found one of those in a while. By the way, I found a couple of worlds in the overworld that we just missed last time. Like, I thought we went through the quarry, but that was the old battlefield. There's another map called the quarry. I didn't go in. I just discovered it. We've not done that yet. But we can go back to there at any point. I found another one further up. Okay, cool burning heart. Heart. Sword? Burning heart. I'm thinking about Kingdom Hearts. Listen, party. At some point... How do I get down there? Just like that. At some point, I was hoping they'd continue this conversation.
What was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier. Livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Interesting. Okay, thank you for your insights. I appreciate it. Still not really sure about the life cycle of a Gestrel. I know they talked about becoming trees, but I assumed they weren't being literal, right? Like, I thought their bodies just sort of like, oh, look, another person. Another shadow demon. I suppose we'll have a conversation. Is this the boy? This one's different. This one has a top hat. The fading man. I have nothing but time, I suppose, to sit and think. Are you a spirit trapped in the Gommage? These days, I'm just a man who sits and thinks. When she was young, she'd get sad thinking about mortality. But when I asked her about her sadness, her answer surprised me. Are you talking about the paintress? She paints. She wasn't scared of death itself. She was sad because there are more works of art than she'd ever be able to see in her lifetime. So many fables from around the world that she'd never be able to collect to bring to life in her workshop. All the beauty in the world she'd never get to experience. That saddened her. I encouraged them to believe that their dreams were within their grasp, but she proved me a liar. She did love to challenge me. Of all of them, she and I are the most alike. All of them? It's important to remember the ones we love, to keep them alive in our minds when they are far away, far, far away. Are you originally from Old Lumiere? I paint them so that I can remember them, remember their faces. The man has gone silent. See, we're getting all of these clues and all of these hints, and I actually moved a window over a second ago, and I didn't mean to. We're getting all these clues and hints about what the world was like before, or sort of like what's going on here, because I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of twist at some point in this game that sort of makes sense of it all. Is this a portal that we've just passed through? I suppose so. I'm not sure what, like, is this just solid liquid? I mean, I guess it's not both. Is this liquid light dripping off of these things? Okay, we're heading into a cutscene. We know that's what that means now. We're so used to the bars. We gotta get accustomed.
Doesn't that look like one of Esquier's stones?
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him a gift.
He does lose them, doesn't he?
I was surprised you agreed so readily to Verso's plans.
He seems to be our best bet for now. We lack too much information.
Do you trust him?
I trust that he wants to reach the paintress, so for now, our interests are aligned.
He has been helpful. Still, I have this feeling he's hiding something.
Well, that's a pretty good assessment.
Minoko, how did you meet Verso?
Did it involve swimming?
I don't really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
You mentioned traveling with other expeditions.
Quite a few.
How many? What happened to them?
What happened to them?
We assume
Maybe
they all
ask
died.
Verso when we find him.
Yeah, okay. Finding them comes first. Any idea what this is?
I'm afraid not.
I mean, it looks like
This is my
a
first time
large
here as
being with hair tumbling over.
They were the ones that Verso was traveling with.
I believe so.
We met a fella named Verso and he started killing us. That would be awful.
They made it surprisingly far. An axon. Interesting. Verso is...
Is this true? Mael's with him.
What?
We need to go.
I need to
now.
hear what this says.
Never harm her.
I need to hear what this says. What does it say? You can't just take that. You can't just leave us like that. Hello?
Can you stand? Look, gets a bit carried away sometimes.
My back hurts, but I'm fine.
Good. The others are probably heading towards the center of the city. We'll rejoin them there.
Is
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home. You okay?
Monoko fits well in the disaster expedition, eh?
Yeah. It does. After you?
there's some sussiness to all this. Also, is the little gestural in our party now? Can I run around as
Speaking of
him?
her.
Sadly, no.
Where do you live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center. Angelique's Boulangerie. I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Mathilde's now. When this is over, you should go and visit.
We're good. We do need to rest, actually. So I kind of assumed it would do a refresh for us when we swapped characters, but no, in fact, we're down a couple of potions. We're down a couple of chroma, or a single chroma elixir. I guess we'll really quickly go through skills because the two of them probably have a couple. Not skills. What I meant was upgrade attributes. They probably have a couple that they could invest if they felt so inclined. And by them, I mean me. It's up to me to do this. So I will go ahead and do it. I'm going to dump all of his in defense. Weird call, maybe, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to continue my march towards making her the mightiest of all. There we go. Real happy with how that turned out. Hey, while I'm in the area, is it possible to get into the menu and have a look at those logs from before? Can I hear what they found? Would that be under quest items? Where would that be at? Tents, journal? Which one was it? Social construct, pure 7, blah, 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 blah. Probably, I would assume not. Was it 53? Manageable. What do we do? I think I've heard this one before as well. Open, entirely different way to experience the world. Siege engines. Yeah, I guess because the other party members have it, we can't read it. It was one of the 50s, and we simply don't got it. That's all right. Once we find them, I'm sure they'll relate to us the information of what Verso is. And no, I didn't actually expect us to be able to have access to it, because that would be, like, too easy. The game is setting up for a reveal. They're not going to let us just go into the menu and find it, although that would be funny. If the dev said, you know what, you know what we're doing here. If you go into the menu, you can have it. But it doesn't make sense for the party members here to have that information. Well, he knows. He knows whatever is in there. He knows all about himself. But for Mael to be able to just find that wouldn't really make any sense, because the other party has it right now. Do the marking shot situation here. Mark them up real good. Hopefully this will do a quick... Yeah, no, that... Yeah. No worries there. Okay, here we go. Get the dodges. Alright, not too hot. You can heal yourself, though, can't you? Using perfect recovery? Yeah, look at you go. You're ready to go.
Ready.
I hit the wrong button. I was preparing to do a second... They don't tell you what their attack... The other guy that we have that does those attacks out in the last area we went to, whenever he did them, it told you the ability he was using, so you knew to expect it. I guess we couldn't expect the game to hold our hand like that forever, though. Fair enough, though. Fair enough. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, because if it was a regular attack, I was hitting the button too soon anyway. I don't know what this light glowing liquid is, and I'm just concerned...
I never said there was treasure.
I found some treasure. I found some chroma catalyst down here. I mean, maybe not the kind of treasure a Gestral's looking for, but I think it's going to be quite useful. Hello! I was not thinking that was going to be close enough for that to work. Happy it did, though. Well, let's see if we can finish them off more quickly here. What if instead of that, we went for the Paradigm Strike? So we've already damaged that one, so instead, let's switch to that one on this one. Just barely got him.
Not impressed. My turn.
And then we should be able to finish him off now with a perfect break.
Break.
No, actually. It is stunned, though, which is nice. Do we want to heal him real quick? We could toss him a heal. Or we could just, like, pierce this one and be done with it. There's got to be a reason why Mael is the most powerful character in the game. Just throwing that out there, right? Like, I think that plays into the grand reveal that we're going to get at some point in all of this. Also, let's not leave behind Chroma. Wait, why is that there? Now, hold on. What? Just in case you can't be bothered wandering back 10 steps, you know? Just in case. Glowing sword makes a sickly sort of noise. Oh! I guess they're going to get first go of things. Is that the idea?
Ready to strike.
Interesting. Well, they only get one round, though.
Okay. Ready to...
I've not managed to dodge a single one of those at any point. And we don't have to worry about them anymore, though. I killed it. It's dead. And now he's dead. Oh no, you get 2 turns? There we go! We're gonna have to definitely heal him when he gets up. We can't leave him at such low health. Because I'm assuming at some point we're gonna get a boss fight with these two. Unless that was meant to be it.
We're a pretty good team. Versa?
He's dead! He died! Weren't you paying attention in the last combat encounter?
Versa?
Verso dropped dead. We watched it happen.
Puto. Where did he go?
Rip in pieces, my guy, but he is gone. And I think Mael is now on her own.
So, where did you go? I need to find Lune and see.
My concern is, like, is she actually alone? And should we assign all those pictos? Okay, I can barely understand what you say most of the time, Noko. And also, you're not really helping me out in combat, despite, you know, the way that you kind of talk yourself up real big. So I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to, like, am I supposed to rely on you now? Do not worry, Verso is outside. I'm considering going in and changing all of her pictos real quick. Because I don't know how long she's going to be by herself. So right now we've got a 25% increased counterattack damage, which is phenomenal. Wait, we could apply that as a augmented counter. We're going to apply that as a Lumina here in a second. Remind me to do that, though. Powerful of fighting alone, plus 1 AP on battle start. Okay, so we need to also apply that one. Energizing start and augmented counter. Meanwhile, empowering. Healing tense. Hold on, what are these called? The energizing. Empowering. Are they all empowering the ones that help us out when we're by ourselves? It would be great if they had some form of... there we go, alphabetical. If they had some sort of naming convention that helped us find them more easily. So far, not so good. Because I can't remember what any of them were called. I don't know if I want to scroll through each one of these just to find, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, if fighting alone. You know what I mean? There's one. Accelerating last stand. Gain rush if fighting alone. Okay, apply that one. Gain powerful if fighting alone. We'll keep this one in there because I don't feel like scrolling through the rest of them. And then over here in the Luminas, like I just said what we were going to do, we're going to go find... Energizing start 1, 2, and 4. Okay, there we go. Should be good to go. We actually have enough to add one more if we want to. Exhausted. Free aim. What is at death's door? Deal 50% more damage if health is below 10%. Might come in handy in a pinch. Again, she's by herself out there. She hasn't. The only ability she has to heal herself is by using the, at least that we've unlocked so far, is by using the potions. So, speaking of, how is our health right now? Not swell. Do you want to use an elixir? Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get by ourselves. If there's more than one of them, thank heavens. The game is showing us mercy. Rush doesn't seem to be doing a lot for us right now. Siri, we're just going to be taking turns here. But that's fine, because I think we can probably one-shot this thing. Yeah. We didn't even go through the whole attack animation. That thing does 3 big hits. It might even do 4. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to press on. Who needs healing? Healing is for nerds. It might be a good time, like if we keep fighting a one-on-one enemies, it might be a good time to practice our parrying, right? Like imagine, that's the wrong button. We'll go ahead and heal at the start of the next round, and then they'll get to attack us while I get to practice my my parries. That's what we'll do. I've locked in on that idea. I've decided that that's how this happens. Okay, let's go to our items. We'll just get a quick healing tent, apply it to her, and now we just practice our dodges. Here we go. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, and that's okay, because we're going to go ahead and we're just going to heal ourselves. We're going to do it again. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Oh, I expected that to do a lot more damage than it did. See, now we're in a bit of a pickle. Now look what I've done. I've gotten ourselves into a bad place. We actually have to fight this thing.
Okay.
Do I feel like we've improved our skills as a result of my decisions in that encounter? No, but we did waste 2 potions unnecessarily, which feels like a lesson learned. Oh, I see what this is. Remember what I said earlier? Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and use that chroma elixir. We're gonna give this our best. We're gonna try to defeat the 3 of them as Mael. I think she's got it in her. I think she has it in her for sure. Check this out, because we're gonna open up with the Fleurette Fury here on this one for just no real reason. It's an arbitrary choice. And now we just have to tank the attacks of the other 2.
Okay.
I just realized what the tell is. They jump in a different direction on their first attack if they're going to follow up with one of those. This was no struggle. This was an in-and-out, simple, straightforward battle. Oh, beautiful. Mael really is the best, isn't she? Great. And we've got a new Picto. Apply rush for 3 turns on battle start. Actually, yeah, that's really useful. What do we currently have? Hold on. We've got one that does rush, don't we? Yeah. Accelerated last stand, gain rush if fighting alone. So, this new one is actually kind of worse, because it only lasts for 3 turns. But it doesn't matter whether or not you are by yourself. So that's worth unlocking. I'm going to go ahead and equip that. I think that's definitely just worth having in general. And we'll unlock it, and the rest of the party can use it as well. I see you 2. I'm exploring. Leave me alone. I want to see what's hidden up here. This looks like a place you'd find secret loot. And I was correct.
Great.
Is there more, though? Actually, it does lead all the way around this building. Are they still chasing me? Stealth attack! Stealth attack! Not that that actually works that way. I mean, yeah, now we do get to, like, have first attack. But, like,
Grace.
you know what I'm saying. Oof, you with the blue. This one does that attack that we've never been able to dodge with the little lightning bolts. You might think I would want to practice that, but not now. Not while she's alone. It's all my help. I'm doing nothing. I'm in no way contributing to any of this. It's entirely all her. Okay? She's crushing it. This is a beautiful house, by the way. I really love the... Oh, is this a large body? I keep realizing that there's these giant beings all about. We're in a world full of dead
I
giants.
think I'm close.
What are you close to, Mael? How would you possibly know that? I know we're heading to the Paintress's heart. Is this the mansion? Wait, is this the mansion? It's got a large lion out front, but I don't think he's real. That's the place, huh?
This manor's intact. Why does it feel so familiar?
It's the manor. I'm telling you, we've been to this before, Mael. Many times. We keep finding its little entrances all around the world.
Know this place.
We're gonna go over here where the lion is. I was expecting danger around every corner. There's a maze. There's an actual honest-to-goodness maze. Big, beautiful, majestic lion. Can I get... Ooh. Is this like a secret entrance in? It appears to be. We find these doors all throughout the world, and they lead... Now here's the question, though. Like, first off, check this out. Lovely Both.
Perfect.
Music disc. This is like a door into the manor that we're about to enter. So when I leave here, we'll be back in the manor proper, okay? Which, like, not... Ooh, oh.
But how? With someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path, and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone.
Something bad happened to the family that lived in this manor. Mael is somehow connected to it, as is Verso, as is everyone else in the family. I don't know exactly what's going on. Someone died. And the world is a painting that was destroyed. These are my assumptions. I don't know if there's any truth or relevance to any of it. So do all of these doors actually have a corresponding place in the real world? I assume so. So we're going to go back outside, but we're not going to be at the entrance to the manor. We're going to be back at that door next to the manor. I'm assuming it's the same manor. And I think I'm right. I'll find out, but I think I'm right. And then this is the... Where's the maze start? I want to actually get into this maze. Can you not? It's an unsolvable maze with no entrance. It's actually not really a maze. It's more like a little... It's just a hedge with nothing inside. There's no reason to come over here. This was a waste of my time. Other than the fact that there's a bit of chroma and a locked gate that you can't enter. Looks like some other adventurers made it this far, though. Bless them. Bless their souls. They achieved nothing for their efforts. Can we also explore this other part of the garden to the side? Is there a way in here? No, it kind of looks like that's just full of debris. Or debris, if you're so inclined. Oh, here we go. Thoughts and opinions on things, Mael. What are you feeling? Does it feel like coming home? In some kind of way that you can't quite explain? Talk to us. Tell us what you're feeling. Ugh. Deeply unpleasant.
I knew you'd open the door for her.
I mean, we didn't really do anything, did we?
Really, Verso? This was your plan?
Elaborate! Say something! This is unbearable. Okay, well clearly we can just open the door again.
How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us? Yet you insist on rushing toward death. You're trying to stop the wrong side.
Is this some sort of purgatory the family is stuck in?
For yourself.
And he wants to end it?
Of course.
Is this Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
It's easier for you to think that, isn't it?
Are we stuck in an infinite now?
Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah!
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
Okay, well that was obvious. Family resemblance. They've even got the same scar on the eye.
Sorry we're late. We were busy doing a bit of reading. Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
No. Didn't seem relevant.
Family is not my favorite topic.
What? Why do I know this man's voice? What else is he in? I'm not looking that up right now. There's a cutscene happening.
Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
I guess our scar is on a different eye. Our Verso's is on a different eye. Alright, here we go.
Forced us to this moment.
Alright, I parried a number of those. I did a couple of extra parries that shouldn't have been there, but it didn't seem to hurt us too badly in the long run. Do we really want to defeat him? Can we not just talk this out? Can we not just set up some chairs and discuss why the world's in the state it's in? Why must it always be the violence? Nicely done, nicely done. Beat him up. I didn't get to pick the party, by the way, and this was not the party we had earlier. Everyone's reunited. Shouldn't it have gone back to the last part? It doesn't matter. It actually does not matter at all whatsoever. Mark the shot. I forgot. Wait, no, he can be. I've been playing him wrong since the start of the stream. He can do a basic attack before his. Essentially he can do two attacks. He can either do basics or do a basic and then a skill. That's how I've been playing in between streams. I've just forgotten. Is all it is. I've just forgotten. Gosh darn it. Well, we could skip directly to Thunderfall if we want to, but how does this guy feel about lightning? Does it even bother him at all? I mean, he definitely doesn't like it, but he doesn't seem to hate it either. But I just kept spamming it. I'm not sure if I did that right at all. I feel like that shouldn't have worked out the way it did. But all's well. Okay, let's do this right this time. Walk up and hit him. There we go. Get that damage in there. Can't quite do that yet. We could marking shot him again if we wanted to, or we could do Paradigm Shift. Paradigm Shift will also give us back 1 AP. It doesn't mark him up for the next attack, though, sadly. Yeah, no, timing was wrong. I'm not sure where to do the timing on that. That's okay. Catch him on fire.
On me.
Let's push forward.
Can we revitalize everyone and not die?
Let's go.
Yes! We're doing okay.
This family can't.
Got all that timing wrong, except for that last attack, which is what saved his life, let's be honest. It could have been a lot worse. But yeah, he does need to be healed, but we're gonna let Lune take care of that. So he's burning again. Get us back into Swift Stride. Or get us back into virtuous stance, I should say, by using Swift Stride. Healing Light on the... I mean, we know Healing Light doesn't do as much healing, though, as a potion. Am I wrong? Hold on. 30 to 50%, versus if we just throw a healing, 65% of a heal... Yeah, healing tent's the way to go. Oh, this is weird. It just went narrow. Well, that was odd. I guess they didn't account for anyone playing the game ultra-wide in that moment. It's Clive from Final Fantasy 16. Okay, Vince, I didn't say it because I didn't want to be wrong and embarrassed, but that's what I was thinking. We streamed through that, what was that? Was that 2022? 2023? When did that game come out now? That was a great game. Now that's all I'm thinking. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Loved that one. I mean, I might like... I think I do like this one more. 16's a good game, though. It was very fun. Mark. I mean, do we have to attack these little floating orbs? What is their story? I actually didn't see what it said when he spawned them. Can we just ignore them and keep attacking him? I did it again where I forgot to do my basic attack. That's awful and embarrassing. I feel like we need to do something about these guys to either side. But I'm not sure if Lune might be the one to do that. Doesn't Lune have... Oh, no, darn it. He's already doing his attack. Almost perfect. Not know there was a Nost one coming there. Mael's gone, everyone. Mael is dead. I don't know if we could bring her back. I assume not. She ceased to exist. Okay, you. Get Thunderfall. Random enemies. Should hit everybody. Doesn't actually look like the shadowy things do anything anyway. They might give him an ability later on if we don't deal with them. But I'm trying to defeat him right now anyway.
Target marked.
Strange masks, huh?
Let's try it. Coming.
Well, unfortunately, Lune is down.
Watch out.
Part of me feels like... Oh, they heal him. Oh, that's why you want to get rid of them. Ah. Okay, well, a bit late for that. We are going to go ahead and revive Lune, so we're not doing this alone. Darn it!
A storm is coming. Danger!
That's Kai Lune. We're going to go ahead and revive her.
I won't lose again.
Darn it! The last one every time! We're going to go ahead and revive him.
The expedition's not over.
Unfortunately, he's been killed, but he didn't vanish. Well, I take it back. Folks, we don't even get the reserve party. The first half of that fight went really well. The first half, I felt like we were doing really good. You know, everything was all right. We were really pummeling him. Had a couple of close calls. All is well in the world, though. We're gonna head back in there, okay? It's all gonna be fine. I'd love to go see what's over there. We can just like, okay, yeah, no, we don't have to do the cutscene or anything. He's just waiting there for us this time. Does it just go? Wait, what?
Really like for you all to survive.
Okay, no. I was gonna say we're getting different dialogue. Were we meant to lose that fight? No, I think we were meant to defeat him, and we just didn't. Yep, nope, just poor timing all around. I didn't check the party to see if it was possible to swap them out. Not that there's anyone else I really want in the party right now. This is kind of the party to beat.
Target marked.
Got our healer and everything. Not quite ready to do revitalization. Let's just not them. And let's hope whatever he okay, yeah. I might just stick to dodges if we're going to have like a big struggle with this encounter. If we just stick to dodges, we have a better chance of like actually managing to dodge.
I think I'll improvise.
I'm not angry, just disappointed.
Oh, I was trying so hard. Yeah, I'm not so sure we're going to win this one, folks.
Tearing this family apart.
That went worse than last time. Reserve team? Why now? Wait, hold on, what? Why couldn't we use the reserve team last time?
We should be fighting.
Is it because everyone got, like, sucked out of existence? I don't think we've ever actually managed to successfully counter that. Out of the gate, we're doing better with these guys. Yeah, focused foretell. It'd be really funny if the two of them managed to defeat him. That would be kind of hilarious. Okay, we know what these things do. I don't think we need to attack them, though. I think what we need to do is focus on defeating him. Because if we defeat him, it doesn't matter whether or not they can heal him if he's dead. You know what I mean? Well, there goes my chance of defeating him. That was my whole plan, was that he'd be able to... Hold on, what is this? High single target dark damage to random enemies. Applies 1 foretell per hit. Yeah.
Ready.
And we get to go again. Sahel, where have you been this whole time? Sahel, where have you been? Holy smokes! We cheesed that. That was 100% fresh from Wisconsin cheddar cheese. I'm not even mad. We just shouldn't have won. Oh, that was sweet. Nogo's not dead.
Lurker?
No. Game, why would you do this?
Noko's broken.
What do you mean broken? Not dead then? Different thing? Same thing?
Why can't you accept who you are?
Why does the aspect ratio keep changing? It's 3:4 now. I want to get answers, but I don't want to get answers in 3:4. We're getting... It's what it is. Sit back and enjoy it, everyone. Mael and Dark Mael are about to make out. I mean, I was joking.
What is that? Will you tell me your name?
We will not be going into the mansion today.
We're done. Where did it go? No. Alicia.
Who is Alicia?
Fuck!
Noko's dead, lest we forget. We're broken. We know the Gestrels come back, but it's still very sad. Oh, Old Lumiere. Find your way through Old Lumiere. Good job, everyone. We did it. But at what cost?
Oh, Dory. Thank you, mon ami.
But why was it 4x3? What was the necessity in that?
Care to explain? Your father.
I don't think of him as my father anymore.
Still, why didn't you just tell us?
Because it's private. And it's painful and it's none of your business. I cut ties with him decades ago.
Lying by omission is still lying.
I've told you everything you need to know.
I'd rather make that determination for myself.
I think we can all understand where each other's coming from, right? He hasn't steered us wrong yet.
Is someone going to check
But
on
we're a
Minoko?
team now.
Minoko just died.
Won't get very far if we don't trust each other.
Family's complicated.
What is this? Have you stuffed him into a vase? Is he actually just gone? Is that what this is? I wish he wasn't dressed so silly for this morning. I mean, it's my fault. I made that call.
The stories say that Gestrels reincarnate. Is that true? Can you bring Noko back?
Partially. We can bring Noko back to life. But not all of Noko will return.
He'll be less French.
It will be a different Noko. The one you knew is gone.
I'm so very sorry, my friend. And all for naught. The painter's heart was in that manor, and now it's gone. We have no way to access the monolith.
Expedition 58 seemed to think you knew another way.
What?
We found 58 and their journals.
So that's how you... I wasn't hiding it. If that's what you're implying. It's a dead end.
Can I hear 58's journal?
What are you talking about?
Can you play it for us?
There's someone else who can help us. Excuse me. Is it true? Can you make a weapon that can pierce the barrier? Do you need something from the Axons? Do you need their hearts?
Look, to create this weapon, he needs enormous amounts of pure chroma.
Our entire
Way beyond
savings.
what we can get from Nevrons. The only source are Axons, yes. But like I said, that's a dead end. It's impossible.
Why? What are Axons?
They're
Well, they used to be partnered with
live in the heart of
Brutaka
the
until
monolith.
Brutaka
They're
betrayed
much
the Order of
stronger,
Matanui to
much,
join the Paraka.
much more dangerous than Nevrons. I
Axon,
can't die, and I still couldn't take them down.
Yet you
2006,
found
great
the corpse
storyline.
of one in Old Lumiere, so it's possible.
I don't know how that one died. But I'm telling you, listen to me, please. Our chances of taking them down without you not dying are close to zero.
So you're telling me
Close,
there's
but
a
not zero.
chance?
Death is coming either way. And as expeditioners, if we die fighting.
Wonderful pep talk.
I know.
All right, if we're going to fight the Axons, then let's be smart about it.
Hey, thank you so much there, Lucas. I appreciate that. Let's go. It does work. It should have screamed and it didn't, but it
And
worked.
we need at least 2 hearts to get enough chroma.
It's also like in
One
an
lives on a
odd
mountain
spot.
Too high for us to
See if I
reach,
can
so
fix
that one's
that.
out.
Move it over where it
We
should
should
be.
start with the one to the west of the monolith. It's already been weakened by previous expeditions.
Welcome to the chat, by the way. We're dealing with grief
Yeah,
and
good
loss.
idea. Maximize our chances.
Or we embrace the challenge and pick the one in the east.
I like your spirit.
Thank you.
Did you listen to what I just said?
No, I didn't. I was reacting to the chat. Wait, what was just discussed? What are we doing? Wait, no! I wasn't actually... Hold on. I know how to fix this. That's fine. We can just have a chat at the fire until we figure out what we're supposed to be doing. Remember the current objective. Defeat 2 Axons on their respective islands to forge a weapon able to pierce the monolith barrier. Okay, well, we can do that. I did, between streams, find another of the lost gestural children, which means that potentially we might be getting an additional reward if I can remember how to get to them. There it is. Tiny little hole in the wall there. Probably this one here is the newest one. I don't know how many there are total, but I think that takes us up to 3. You found some of my kids. What reward should I give you? I, Sestro, cook extraordinaire, developed a trick to break these weirdly textured things. Let me teach it to you. Wait, are we... Oh, hold on! Paint spikes can sometimes block your path. You can now destroy them by attacking them with RB, revealing hidden paths with unexpected challenges and rewards. I said that we would hopefully find a way to clear these things. This is very exciting. Let's go! So what did we get for that? Oh, that's it. A color of Lumina. Well, that's still exciting. That's opened up a whole world of possibilities in the overworld. A whole map's worth, even. I'm excited to go see what new things we discover. Now, we need to have a conversation with everyone, but I guess what we should do first is prioritize upgrading weapons. Yes, there's been discussion of a new ultimate weapon that can be used somehow to pierce the Great Barrier, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Upgrade resources. None of these can be upgraded. We have 30 Lumina if we want to upgrade some. We'll upgrade Sael, and Minoko is way behind. We'll upgrade him. That's a bit further than I wanted to go. There we go. That's all of them spent. No more upgrades to anyone. And then let's check on our weapons and see how things are looking on that front. So starting off with Mael, our big damage dealer. How are we doing here? Can we go any further? We actually can. go further with this if we wanted to. We can go from 484 to 564. And in Virtuous, eventually when we get to 20, in Virtuous Stance, burn deals double damage, which is kind of nuts. Do we want to do this? Do we want to do this? We did it. There's no jumping back now. There's no going, but we could go, if we wanted to, from 564 to 645 in terms of, I call it damage. It's actually power, so I don't think it scales perfectly. But what about this? That's pretty expensive to upgrade. I'm pretty pleased with what he's got. Play again after a base attack. We do want to upgrade it. I'm kind of hopeful that we might just find someone in the overworld to fight who may be able to upgrade it for us, though. Now, are you still using this one here? Grants a random stain. I feel like there's probably better weapons for you to be using here. Healing skills generate 1 additional light stain. Consuming a light stain applies slow to a random enemy. I feel like that's probably a better route for us to take her in, you know, versus what we were doing. We need to swap that ability out. I'm not saying we upgrade it. We just need to remember to swap to that. We've also got healing skills cost 1 less AP. That would be good too, honestly, but healing skills generate a light stain. Ooh, I don't know. Casting skills requires the skill damage of the... healing skills cost 1 less... I think that's literally her first weapon. We rely on her for healing. That's sort of her role in the party. It's a pretty weak weapon, though. It's going to take a lot to upgrade it. We're going to switch her to the Potarium when we're done here. We just got to remember to do it. What do? Sun skills always apply 10 foretell, but all damage taken is doubled. Can consume 1 moon charge on turn start to recover 20% of each ally's health. Wait, what? Hold on. To recover 20% of each ally's health, and base attack gives a moon charge. At the start, hold on. On turn start, and it doesn't mention it can only do it once per turn. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We're switching her to Ramison as okay. Everybody's getting new. Not everybody. Literally 2 of the characters is getting new abilities. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So let's start with Lune and get that switched over to here. Healing stains generate 1 additional... I mean, did we decide on that? Yeah, that's what we've decided on. And then Ramison. We should probably look through the other ones. Okay, there we go. We've looked through them. There we go. Ramison it is. Everybody's upgraded. Everybody's up to date. Everybody's set to go. Very exciting. Good stuff there. Now we get to have the chats with everyone in the party. Check in on how they're doing. We've got to start with SK. Chat with him.
Mad.
What are you mad about, SK?
I'm stinking mad.
He doesn't sound like it.
About Noko.
That was mean. I thought he cared. Renoir's not being Renoir.
Renoir.
He's not. I know, buddy. I'm mad too.
Gotta apparently drop off flowers to the bride at the shower. That's right. Lucas is getting married soon, by the way. Which is exciting. Why is it your responsibility to drop off flowers to the bride, though? Surely there's someone who's been hired for that sort of a role? I didn't know that was a tradition. No, that's news to me. I didn't know that was a thing that happened. I'm assuming that you must be being honest with us, and this isn't just something that you got roped into at the last second. But hey, that's you know what? That is right there. That is peak. What is the term? Peak. When you're engaged, you're going to be a groom. You are somebody's. You're not a husband yet. But betrothed. But there's another term for it. You're peak whatever that is, and you're doing a great job. Do you want to spend time with SK? Always. Verso approaches SK, who stares intensely at his armband. And then nothing happened.
That armband looks nice.
Yeah. Guess it's official. We're part of Disaster Expedition now.
Yeah, I guess it's official. We're part of the Disaster Expedition now.
Are you jealous?
Are you jealous?
I'm doing all the hard work. Where's my armband?
But you got big arms!
So, you want an armband too?
Maybe.
You barely have arms.
Not true. Anyway, I want a headband.
I mean, you also have a big head, though, and I don't see how a headband would wrap around it, as it would need to also go... Like, you've got this weird hunched back situation. It would need to go all the way around the back of your body.
Your head is humongous. You're gonna need so much cloth.
I have a big brain.
Where does his head start and end? I kind of picture his head as just being the mask part at the front, but maybe all of this girth behind him is also... He could have a big... I just assumed he was full of hot air, and that's how he was able to fly about.
I'll see what I can do.
We're not getting him an expedition headband. It's not happening. Oh my gosh, no, we've done it. You better not lose this like your stones. No, happy now?
Happy now?
Ooh, this is the nicest thing ever.
SK is more excited than usual. Verso has given SK the greatest gift ever. SK is overcome with emotion. Our relationship level has increased to 3. Is this how you were able to get, like, a fiance, Lucas? Did you just... Did you have, like, a tier system? Like, you leveled up every time you had a conversation with them? Like, we've reached level 3, you know, proposals at level 99? Is that how it happened? I see. Well, good luck with that endeavor there. Have fun loading cars and whatnot. Alright, I guess now we should probably talk to Monoko since we dragged him into this and got his kid killed.
I'm sorry, won't you? We'll bring Noko back.
It won't be the same, though.
I know.
I'm ready. Just say the word.
When the time is right. After we've settled this.
Do you want to spend time with him? Yeah, I guess we better. I mean, we got his son killed, inadvertently.
I see you got stronger.
Well, I didn't spend the last few years hiding in the mountains.
The mountain where a Pellerin cut you in half and you cried for my help.
Excited to hit level 150. I'm excited for you, man. Best of luck there. Don't sprain anything.
Yeah, the mountain where a Stalak stomped you, and I had to evacuate you.
You want to fight?
Well, unlike Jestrels, I need sleep, so I'll pass.
Well, I guess Jestrels don't sleep then.
Coward.
What a miserable life. Imagine never being able to take a nap. Have you seen how weak you are now? I'd beat you blindfolded. I'm not going to berate a man whose son just died.
Ooh, I'll admit, I'm afraid of you.
Good. At least you have become wiser.
I've missed our little excursions. Yeah, you do too, I know.
Remember our first battle against the duelist?
Sure do. We got our asses kicked pretty hard.
And this one time we tried to swim to the Red Tree Island and you got eaten by that snake.
How does that work?
Oh yeah, it turns out living inside a snake's belly is possible when you're immortal. Carving my way out was a nightmare though.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Stuck under a building for a year?
Remember that time you got stuck under a building for a year?
What?
And you thought I went back to the village, so you abandoned me. Good times. Oh, and remember when...
Monoko and Verso fall back into familiar pattern of their camaraderie. I want to hear more stories. I should have asked about the one where he's decided to fight what's-his-face over there, SK. That sounded like we were really getting somewhere. That was like an interesting tale. They spend a bit more time bragging before going back to the others. Fun. We're going to save Mael for last. I feel like she's going to have questions for us.
You've never defeated an Axon.
They're kind of tough.
And do you think our chances are close to 0?
I certainly think that.
I didn't think you cared about odds.
Lune and I have less than a year. But Mael's different.
Do you want to spend time with Sael? You better believe it. I really like how they just murdered Gustav on screen and then just slid Verso in there, and we're like, this is us now. We are Verso. This is his story. Here we go. Let's bond with all these characters.
Let me think.
Come on. You've been alive for over 60 years. You must have tons of stories.
Over 100 years, actually. It's hard to choose.
Over 100 years, actually. So, it's hard to choose.
You're 100 years old and so indecisive?
All right. Let me think.
I'm going to share something really dark with you, or I'm going to share something deeply personal. Lune might care for something. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Lune would probably love something really dark. Let's go really personal here.
Okay, I'm going to share something deeply personal with you.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, Sael is in. She's in.
It's about my hair.
I'm out.
Your hair? That's a bit literal on the dark and personal.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Hey, I'm sharing a heartfelt secret here. Do you want the story or not?
Please, do share.
Sometime after the fracture, my hair turned completely white.
Do you
like
shoe polish it? What are you talking about?
an old man. Luckily, the Gestural village has a hairstylist quite skilled in color treatments.
Lucky.
What about the beard?
But he's always napping when I get there, and his apprentice always mucks things up. I'm lucky my hair's not purple this time.
Purple could be fun.
So, your turn.
That was hardly dark or personal.
White hair? Old man, I'm revealing myself here.
How come everyone in the family's got a scar over their eye? Well, him and his father
All
specifically.
you've revealed is that you're vain and that you're really bad at making appointments.
Vain? Hey, I'm not the one with all the bracelets and rings.
Oh, called out.
Actually, my students made these bracelets for me to remember them by. Because chances are we'll never see each other again.
Not necessarily.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. My youngest student is 6. Her parents will gommage when she's 12, and she herself won't live past 21. Her parents did the maths. They'll have 12 years as a family, and she'll experience 21 years of life. These are the choices we get to make. The earlier you have children, the more time you get to share with them, the more life they'll get to live. And every year you wait...
You're shortening your child's life.
Precisely.
You don't have any children, though.
No, I don't, but I have my students. One of my friends, Sophie, said it best. She said...
I accidentally skipped that bit of dialogue. I'm so sorry. My finger is just on the go button and it double jumped. So whatever the wisdom that Sophie gave her was, we'll never know.
See? Dark and personal.
Presumably it was.
You've set the bar high.
Come back with a better story next time.
Yeah. Absolutely, Sael. Though Verso's story was rather lacking, Sael appreciates Verso slightly more than before. Slightly more. Slight level increase there to 2. Crushing it! With every passing conversation, we grow closer and closer, our bonds drawing us together.
Okay. We'll, talk later then.
Do you want to spend time with her? I mean, she doesn't seem to want to spend time with me, but we'll force the subject, you know. He can see she wants to ask him more questions. I didn't get that vibe at all, but okay.
I've been wondering, why stay on the continent alone? Why not return to Lumiere?
Ooh, good question.
I did. I went back. Helped with the rebuild. After the fracture, we didn't have anything. Food, shelter. None of it.
Things must have been chaotic then.
Nothing like the end of the world to bring out the best and worst in us. I almost miss those times. You know, the dome shield? Father and I helped build that.
Oh. Why'd you leave then?
Those early expeditions, they were search and rescue. We didn't know about the paintress then. We just wanted to find our loved ones.
Makes sense.
Like my mother.
I see.
Lore!
But this time, you didn't go back.
People didn't trust me. Guess I'm hard to trust.
But
Guess they thought I knew more than I did.
You do!
Halfway to the monolith, I was betrayed. Barely escaped. Kind of killed my interest in returning home. What about you? Do you miss home?
I spent my whole life studying the paintress and the monolith. This is where I need to be.
What a long-winded way to avoid answering the question.
Yes, there are things I miss.
You paint such a vibrant picture.
If you must know what I really miss of Viennoiserie.
What?
Oh, good answer. I miss those too.
Does anyone want to enlighten me on what she just said?
What?
I enjoyed this conversation.
High praise.
Lune feels more relaxed in Verso's presence. She appreciates that Verso has shared actual useful information. Level 2, baby. Let's go! Mael is all that remains now. And then we'll write in our journal. And then we'll carry on with the plot to go fight some kind of beast. Lune becomes lost in thought, reflecting on information that Verso has shared. Verso feels ignored and goes back to the others. Bless him. Alright, Mael, let's chat.
Ready for the axons? Of course you are.
Do you want to spend time with Mael? Absolutely, always. I don't know why we're building these relationships. I don't know what the advantage is to it.
Throwing rocks again.
Mm-hmm. You should try.
Eski would be horrified that we're throwing stones into the lake.
Or he'd be super happy because we're sending them soaring on fun little adventures.
Oh, so they're like little rock expeditioners.
Exactly.
Ooh, would that make you the paintress then? Or would that make you Lumiere then? Ooh.
Would that make you the paintress then?
This is an obvious no, based on how we know the world to work, but...
Clearly, I'm Lumiere.
Obviously.
I'm launching them on their journey and watching them from afar.
How do we know the paintress isn't doing that with the Nevrons?
Stone after stone after stone, knowing they'll never come back.
And knowing you'll never stop.
And knowing you'll never stop.
You get it.
Yeah. I enjoy depressing poetry too.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's very French.
Is that what you're writing in your notebook all the time? Depressing poetry.
It's not all depressing. Why, what do you write about? You don't seem like a sunshine and rainbows type.
Mostly poetic insults to use on Monoko. I'm currently comparing him to the backside of an owl. Actually, writing is cathartic for me. It helps. Getting the thoughts out of my head and onto the paper. Giving shape to my feelings.
Can I see?
Ooh. Do I get to read yours?
Do I get to read yours?
Mine's kind of personal.
Well, so is mine.
Yeah, but I bet you secretly want people to read it.
Okay, fine. I'll let you read mine, if I get to read yours.
Okay, deal.
Be kind, though.
Yeah, I can't promise that.
Mael and Verso feel closer to each other. I was hoping we'd actually get like a fade to black and fade back in, and they had read each other's writings, and we're now going to begin roasting one another. That's how I wanted this to proceed, and we're not getting that, which is disappointing. Mael and Verso spend some time together. Mael proves to be extremely critical of Verso's writing. They go back to the others after Mael is done teasing Verso. Why didn't we get to see that? That would have been the fun interaction. Okay. Check up on the others.
So, the masked person with Renoir, that's your sister?
Yeah, doesn't she look shockingly similar to you?
What a hard leap to make.
Her name's Alicia.
What's wrong with her? She wears a mask all the time, she never talks, and she's always staring.
She was trapped in a fire a long time ago. Damaged her face and her throat, so, yeah.
Okay, and this caused the mom... So that's why the mansion was burning a second ago. In the real world, the mansion burned. Mael was scarred. The mom died. Paintings were destroyed. We're trying to figure this out. We're trying to piece it together before the reveal.
Did they come to see me?
I don't know. That surprised me when he told me. She helped me before. I thought she'd help me again, but it seems she's chosen a different side. Family is complicated, right?
Yeah.
Do you want the armband back?
What?
I feel like a fraud wearing it, given, you know.
Wear it anyway. You said you chose your side, right?
I did. You're not upset with me?
Strangely, no. I hate secrets, but Gustav always gave people the benefit of the doubt. And your actions are what matters. I trust you.
Thanks.
How sweet. Lovely conversation. Now, we need to write in Gustav's journal. We want to get our everything out of the game that we can, right? We don't want to skip over any of this useful stuff here. It gives lore, it gives insights to the characters. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about old Lumiere and how the city was actually transported from the continent to the ocean. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mael heads back. And now, we go to sleep. After spending a wonderful evening with everybody. SK ability unlocked. Oh, because we found that swim through coral reefs. Okay! SK can now take you to the continent from any expedition flag. Well, that's kind of huge, isn't it? Okay, so we came out on the backside here, so we've never been over here before. Everything we see now is new. Does this break the reef? Yes, it does. I'm assuming it comes right back, though. Because most things in the world that you're capable of breaking as SK just come back. Is this because we found him that stone earlier? Is that all this is? This opens up a world of possibilities of new places we can reach, of new places we can go to, which is super exciting. But before we do any of that, I take a quick break, check in on a couple of things, and then we will continue on. This would have been a great place to hide one of those little fellas. One of the little Jestrels. But all they got over here is some chroma, which means they obviously had better places to hide the little Jestrels. I will be right back, though. See if I hit these buttons right. And we're back and continuing on here. Hope that wasn't too long of a break for you folks. So obviously, if we have a look at the world map, we've got a lot of new places that we can reach now that we... Good gosh, I wish they would patch this thing to where it's not so sensitive. It's almost unusable. But now we have the ability to break all of these reefs and actually make it back to here, which means possibly accessing whatever this is here, and whatever this is, and whatever this is, and whatever that is. And that gets us all the way back to the starting sort of continent, where unfortunately we still can't get back to Lumiere, which would have been cool. But maybe someday we can go over here and see what all of this is. There's a whole new world available to us, but the two places we're supposed to be going are dead ahead. And unfortunately, we are gonna have to wait till next time to do that. Because I simply do not have the time now. I fielded a phone call kind of in between streams there. Or in between, like, me getting up to go for a break. Am I, like, way off center on the webcam? Have I been like that the whole time? I'll fix that later. I've got to go, though. So, thank you, folks, for tuning in. I know this has been a really short one. Like, not even 2 hours. It basically came down to me trying to, like, troubleshoot what was wrong with the game. Why did it keep crashing? We figured that out now. But it took a long time, unfortunately. But thank you folks for tuning in. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the short amount of stream that we were able to do. And I'm going to try to do some more streams during the week. I don't want to have to wait until next Saturday to stream again, especially when we did not get nearly enough done today. You know, I think our first 2 streams in this game are about, what, 6 hours each? Just shy of that? I wish we were able to maintain that. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. I wonder what this looks like. I forgot to resize the thanks for watching screen. It's probably going to look funny.